Okay, I'm outside testing. I've been out here for 1 hour, and right now it's 25 Fahrenheit. We're supposed to get down to 20 here in Tennessee. Now I want to get this on because my fingers are getting cold, so I'm going to show you this quick. I run the thin gloves, as you can see here. A lot of people say they don't like them, but I use them for double layering. These are a pair of cheap gloves I got off Amazon for like 20 bucks. And they're okay, but they're not great. Now I'm wearing obviously the hat, which is very warm. A lot of people see my video on this where it really goes below the eyes. There's obviously some design errors with this thing, but it should have been tighter in the back or something. But it is warm. If they ever fix this, it would be nice. Now, what am I wearing out here in 25 Fahrenheit? And I'm sitting. In 25 Fahrenheit, I'm sitting here in a pair of KUIU pants that are more thin for a summer pant. And I have a pair of long johns on, which is like the old World War II long johns, which were like wafers. Completely warm in the legs. Now, if you're in the north, I would be looking at probably the attack pants. They would probably be a little bit warmer. Now, on my body itself, I have a merino wool shirt, and feels really good against the skin. I have the fleece jacket, and I have, the down-filled jacket, the lighter one. I'll have links on what I'm wearing at the bottom. And they're not affiliate links, they're just what I'm wearing. Now, I do have a gaiter to go over top if I want, but it's not cold enough. If I zip this feather jacket up, I'm way too hot. I mean, I literally start to work up a sweat now. I run a hot type of body. Some people run a colder body. So that's why people refrain from answering that question. Now, how you doing, guy? Now, if I wanted to, and let's say I was kind of cold, I could run a second merino wool shirt, and that would probably do it. I could zip up the feather down jacket. I also, when it starts getting cold, I carry two quilts on me, and I usually carry a pad that will go down to like minus 30 below. So, I don't run fires. Let's understand that. I don't run fires at all. I've seen people destroy their quilts because they'll put them on to sit beside the fire. I've seen clothes get destroyed. Everything I run in my backpack, if I'm sleeping at night, hiking, whatever, I don't care if it's wintertime, I don't run a fire whatsoever. I have stoves to cook on. There is no need to run a fire whatsoever. That's me. You could be different. So, is there anything cold on me whatsoever? My feet are a little cold, but all I'm wearing is a pair of Crocs and, a pair of socks. And that's it. If I had my boots on or my shoes, they wouldn't be cold at all. Hello? Yes. Hello, you. We have about 8 or 10 cats on the porch. I forget. I gave up on trying to figure out how many. Most of them are wild or people drop them off. But I've got coolers set up with heating pads in them. I've got heating pads on the chair. There's enough heating pads spread around for each cat. And I usually come up a couple times a night. I'll lay out their food so the coons don't get it. And because when you eat food, you get hot. You start to warm up. Your body warms you up. Well, it's no different for cats. It's no different for you. A lot of people get into camp, they set up, and then they start eating. Well, there's no reason to do that. I mean, you're not going to bed yet. The time to do that is to eat before you go to bed, unless, of course, you're starving. And then when you go to bed, your body's going to be generating heat because you ate. Now, a lot of people have to urinate in the middle of the night because of how cold it is. That cold air hits your kidneys. Do not stay in your tent. Actually, get out of your tent and go to the bathroom and empty your kidneys because as your body generates to make more urine, your body will heat up. Now, some people use pee bottles inside their tents. Some people do it outside the tent. I mean, there's all kinds of different reasons why they do. And that's just the way it is. But with this 3 part layering system, okay, with the merino wool, with the the light fleece and the feathered down jacket, I think I could go down to probably 20 or even 10 if I had to Fahrenheit. But like I said, I carry two quilts, so I can put one quilt on, put another quilt on, and my foot boxes are layered with extra feathers, so they don't go anywhere. And my pad goes down to -30. I have an actual pad that goes to -30. So with this complete setup, if I was sleeping in my tent, okay, I could probably go to, oh geez, single digits. I could go down to 7, 5, 4, maybe even further because of my setup. There is nothing cold. My fingers are a tiny bit cold because of these cheap gloves. And I do have 2 pairs of gloves sitting at KUIU that I want to buy. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I've been needing to do a bunch of other things yet, like pay taxes and stuff. So this feels really good. And, I can't say enough about this. I really can't. I mean, the price is expensive. Everybody says that, but you don't even think about the price when you get out here in 25 or 20 or 15 degrees in this weather. You don't want to wear cotton t-shirts for $2 and put your life in risk. You really don't. There is another company out there that makes clothes too. There's a couple of them. But this company does a good job. And the camo I really didn't like in the start, but it's kind of grown on me. I like that it has the latest and greatest in the way of material. Like the down feather. I mean, when you get a down feather jacket, it's super light. Your hiking people that hike the Appalachian Trail will tell you that all day long. And when you buy a merino wool shirt for hiking, you're spending around $100, $150. One, the merino wool's light. It wicks away sweat and keeps you warm and keeps you cool in the summer. I mean, everybody buys a merino wool when they're hiking, period. So if you compare prices to that, to KUIU, then you'll find out their merino wool shirt really is not that much money compared to what's out there. Now, even their feather down jackets, you'll spend a good $500 for a good down jacket. But do you mind? They're pretty much almost the same price, is what they are. So, I mean, when you sit still, you're not generating any heat. This is like the best test you can do. If I was walking right now, the feather down jacket would be taken off. It wouldn't be needed. I would literally be walking with my merino wool shirt and my fleece jacket on because you're going to generate heat. And that's all there is to it. So you can get down pretty low with this equipment, and at the same time, it's extremely light. And that's the kicker. It's light, it's warm, and you get the camo. And when you put the proper system together and layer it, it feels really, really good. You know, I am not uncomfortable at all here. And this is like sitting outside in July on a summer day. It really is. I'll put links to what I'm wearing, but, if I wanted to be a bit warmer, I could put on a second merino wool shirt because I tend to buy my clothes a little bit big. And the reason for that is I don't buy my clothes tight because when you have space in between your skin, that's what warms you up. Now, if you go look at, you need to stop. If you go look at a homeless guy, homeless people will put cardboard down and then put their tents on top. They're trying to layer. Cardboard is an insulator, but it's not very good when compared to using a pad. Like my pad goes to -30. When I lay on my pad, I can literally feel the heat coming off that thing because there's down inside the pad. So I'm generating heat just about anywhere I can. And I sleep really good. But your entire system, when you're trying to beat the wintertime, you're just constantly layering. Now, I don't run 2 pairs of socks. Some people do. I don't whatsoever. I use darn tough socks. I don't need them. My feet have always been very warm. My quilts have big foot boxes that have extra feathers, so there's a lot of heat being generated down by my feet. And you have to test your own stuff. Like when you buy the stuff, you have to say, okay, I'm going to go sit on the porch. And you sit on the porch for a while. And if you can manage 2 or 3 hours and you're not cold, well, then you're like, okay, I'm going to set up my tent. And now I'm going to actually sleep in my tent and see how that feels. And you have to test it in levels. You don't want to be out in the bush and buying it and then saying, okay, I seen this guy on YouTube. He said he's good to 25 Fahrenheit, so I'm going to go out there and camp. That is stupid. Okay, don't do that. I generally am a hot sleeper. You may be a cold sleeper. You have to figure out what your limitations are, and that's all there is to it. Like these gloves, they suck. My fingers are a little bit cold. These are like, there's no insulation and there's nothing. They're $20. Complete garbage. And keeping fingers warm is very difficult. A lot of times you got to put your fingers under your armpits. But I'll definitely be buying 2 pairs from KUIU on gloves and buying them extra big. I was looking at that one pair. It's full of feathers, like 140. And then I could run this glove on the inside, and that should be enough. But again, I got to wait till I buy them and test it and find out. But after sitting on the porch here for how long I have, yeah, I could see hiking in this, and especially with the other equipment I have, and sleeping very, very, very good with no problems whatsoever. But I do have long johns on, and they're a wafer, and my legs ain't cold at all. So again, it depends on your layer system. If I got a 2-layer system here, it's good if I got my pack on and I'm walking. 3-layer system if I'm sitting. You just can't make up your mind, can you? And this is what I'm starting to learn. Now, if I did get cold, like I said, I'd put another Merino shirt on, maybe another pair of socks. I could buy a pair of socks that are, one size bigger than what I wear now, and then wear 2 pairs of socks to keep my stuff warm. Some people will take their water jugs, and they'll pour hot water in them, and then they'll drop them inside a sock and then put them up against their chest and stuff like that to keep their core warm. There's that way too. I mean, there's lots of ways, but this equipment is just outstanding. I just can't say enough about it. And it's really impressive. Why do you do this? You have a heating pad over there. Why do you want to be on me? Yes. But I'll have the links to what this stuff is I'm wearing and how warm it is. And they're not affiliate links or anything. I don't do that. At least for this stuff. I mean, you could go sign up for it and go do all that, but I don't bother. I think there's a small number of people actually buying this stuff because everybody always says how expensive it's Gucci gear. It's not Gucci gear. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, this shit's made with the best of the best material that you can get. And, oh God, it feels good. I've camped in cotton shirts. I've camped in lumberjack shirts. I mean, I've camped in a lot of different materials in my life. And, no, this stuff feels really good. I could turn the heat off in my house and sleep in this. I really could. And feel quite comfortable. I'm out here and my mouth ain't chattering. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. It's cold. And my face ain't cold at all. If I did, I'd have my thing to pull up. But there's nothing cold on me except my fingers a little bit. And my fingers is not the KUIU stuff, right? So can you stop? So I have a link and an explanation of what I'm wearing. And if you want to pick it up and go with it, like I said, right now it's 25 Fahrenheit. We're supposed to go down to 20. And depending on what you got for a pad and what you're running for quilts or sleeping bags, that all determines everything too, unless you're just going to lay outside in what you're wearing. I mean, that's a possibility, right? So, but no, I mean, when you have, what are you doing? Can you get any closer? Can you get any closer? He says, it's cold out here. I want some of that gear, huh? You want some of that gear? Mwah. Yes. I need to get a blanket and put it on you. But check the description and you'll find what I'm wearing and the links where it goes and stuff. And I'll give you a rundown of what I have now. You're going to spend some money if you want to stay warm. Or just don't go. And you'll spend pretty much the same amount of money if you went hiking. So I don't see a whole lot of difference. Anyhow, I'll catch you guys later that are running the KUIU, and I'll try and keep the videos coming whenever I buy more gear, but it's not like I buy it all the time. So I'll catch you guys later.